Hello everybody, welcome to Short Shot Archery. Anthony here, and today might be the end of fletching jigs? Well, we're gonna find out, because today, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the new product from K&K Archery, the KSL TriFletch tape. Now, there is 10 of these tapes, well 10 sets actually, in this package, so you can do 20 arrows with them because there is 2 sets of TriFletches per sheet. And I'm going to be opening this up, and well, I'm going to be trying to fletch this arrow here with them. Hopefully it's going to work out smoothly. I think it would. It looks like they have a pretty good design here. There's even instructions included so that I can not get lost in my ways. But it would be really nice for this type of, this idea to work, because it would really eliminate the need to bring a fletching jig to to everywhere I go. Now, of course, you are fletching 3 at a time, so it's not necessarily there for just that single vein fix. But then again, maybe you do just want to refletch all 3 at once, and this is going to be a really quick way to do it. So let's check it out and see what happens. I'm going to be using the K&K Jet 6 SV vanes as well. So that's also a new one that they came out with this year. So let's open this up and see what happens. Also, as a note, the TriFletches that I'm using are designed for the Easton X10. My understanding is that they will be developing other ones for other brands and other sizes of arrows in the future. What I mean by sizes is, say, like a Carbon Express Nano. They would actually have to make TriFletches for that. I do not know if the X10 ones, the TriFletch X10s, are going to fit, but I know it is a per arrow shaft model like layout here. So this should work on all X10s, and if they come out with ones for, say, again, the Carbon Express Nanos, it would work for all the spines of Carbon Express Nanos. Of course, I do not know what they are developing, but it sounds like they are looking to cover a majority of the arrow shafts out there, so that's really promising for everybody else that doesn't shoot super expensive X10s. Alright, so right from the start, we have our directions and just a basis on how to put this together. I will actually be fletching 2 arrows in this video, one right here, but I'm also going to have some close-ups done so you guys can actually see, right in person pretty much what's happening when I'm fletching these, so that you can get a good feel that's even better than the directions. Even though it is nice they supply directions and don't just leave you guessing, because that wouldn't be any fun. So first off, we have sheet number 1 here, and we have TriFletch group 1 and 2. You just peel off 1 at a time, of course, because that's 2 arrows on 1 sheet. Now, they have perforated tops up here that you can actually peel off. They are used for determining the distance from the end of your shaft to where you want your fletchings to start. And this is normally done on the fletching jig by where you're gonna draw your line, or where you're gonna set the fletching to like glue it on, or however you attach your fletchings. For me, I like tape everything. Everything gets double-sided tape. But you're going to peel these off and size it to the size you want, so that you get the correct distance between your vein and your fingers, because you don't want to have them too close, of course, because you're going to hit into them with your fingers and the arrow just won't fly correctly. So now that we have that squared away, I'm going to go and peel off one of these. I like to work from the bottom here, because there's actually 3 pieces in this. So like this one that's sticking up, so this is piece 1, and then there's actually a second piece underneath. There we go. Piece 2, and then you have like the mother, like the main piece that holds everything together. So if you go from the bottom down here, you can actually take off all of them. So now it's separated from the main sheet, and then you have the two sheets right here. And what you're going to do then is I would go and separate the one out. Boom. Okay, so this one right here can get tossed out. You can go put that in the trash. And here is the sheet that is going to attach to your arrow. Now, for me, I've checked this out already a little bit, and I need to go and leave 4 of these spaces. Now, in total, there is 10. So you have a lot of space to play with. If I were to do 10 down, I would have a good like 2 inches worth of space here between, you know, my the end of my shaft and the beginning of my vein. So I don't need that much. I'm actually going to take off 6 of them and leave myself 4. So I'm going to do that now. And they rip off pretty easily. You know, it requires some force. That way you don't do it accidentally. And now we have our 4 perforated edges still. And then we hit our tape. Now for the tape, we want to start with the middle tape. And by starting with the middle tape, it's going to allow us to correctly align both the left and the right fletchings to that. We start with, say, the left first or the right first and not the center. You could definitely mess up the alignment of the veins. And, well, of the tape, which will mess up the alignment of the veins, technically. So I'm going to now set this right at the base of my pin, which is the very edge of my shaft. And press that down with my finger, just holding it there, and then just letting the rest of this come into a line. You can visually align it up a little bit, and once you look like you are aligned correctly, you go and press down just the middle one. As you can see, looks like a little flag. But anyway, the left and the right side are still not pressed down, and you can go and do that next. We'll just do this side, and now we just have one side left. It's all right if your perforated pieces here start coming off. It's irrelevant at this point. You've already determined the distance between your knock and your fletchings, and then you just press down the last one. And with all those pressed down, make sure you give it a good press all the way around. Do a little visual check. Okay, look, nothing is sticking up. It looks like all the tape's adhered. And then what you would proceed to do is you would then, carefully, but not overly cautiously, just peel this off. And voila, nice and empty, not sticky anymore, unless it gets static on it. And we have 3 pieces of tape on here, all nicely aligned, all in the correct position. And all we have to do now is break out our veins and stick them on, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so this is number 1. Let's see how this goes. Now this is all done visually. For me, I feel like I have a little bit of advantage. I don't know how everybody else fletches their arrows, but this is how I normally fletch my arrows. I'll stick my arrow in the jig, draw my lines, manually put each one of the pieces of tape on, and then I would go and stick my veins onto that. I don't know, to me it felt like it was the most accurate way of doing it. Is it the quickest? No, but I felt like I was the most consistent that way because I could focus on one thing at a time and just make sure that it was, I don't know, in my eyes, perfect. Of course, I'm sure nobody's exactly perfect in their fletching, but let's see how easy this is. Yeah, this is nice. Alright, so we got the first one on. Again, I didn't really have an issue with like sticking myself to the tape on that one. The tape itself is the tape itself is plenty sticky. Can I get? Yeah, like very sticky. There's nothing holding that in place besides the tape. So Definitely kudos on the tape stickiness there. I may never get these veins off. Let's see. We got this next one. Ta-da! All right, 2 down, 1 to go, and yeah, it's already looking good. Now, since this is my first time putting this on, I probably didn't align the tape up properly with my knock. I probably should have checked that. But worst case is, especially with pin knocks or really all knocks, since they're just like fitted on and you're not gluing them down or anything like that, you can just rotate the knock and it'll work. It'll work fine. I've done that in the past and there's no issue with it. Do I like them all facing the same way? Yes, but for an application like this, just having the ease of fletching my arrows on the go without having to break out the fletching jig, I think I can handle rotating some knocks. Now, I feel like after I've done this a few more times, I could probably align it correctly without rotating my knocks at all, and I think at this point it's just a fault, my own fault for not seeing how to do that right away. Again, nice and easy, and that's 3 veins. They look pretty good to me. I don't know. I'm liking the layout. For my bow, they would normally sit. We might knock a little bit off. But anyway, they did a nice job. I'm really happy with that. I'm glad it turned out so well. Well, if you would like to know more about these TriFletches, I will have links down in the description to K&K Archery's website, so you can get an idea on maybe other arrow models they're rolling out to. If they have them on Lancaster Archery, I will also have a link there so you can get pricing and things like that. But I'm going to keep testing these out, and if need be, I'll definitely try to do a full review on them. There is only so much I can say, but I can see like how many different size veins, what the limitations are of these TriFletches. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy shooting!